Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Happy days. So if you remember in the first part, we did a part of the tutorial and we saw the theft of what we know as a precursor artifact. But that precursor artifact showed Basim something that we haven't seen. It showed him a flash. We saw it as a sort of semi-three-dimensional image. But to Basim, he felt something different about that. Let's get straight back into the Master Thief of Anbar. Now, if you remember from the previous Assassin's Creed games, this used to be the Animus layout. Right now it looks like Basim's nightmare.
Are hunting all who look like.
So the whole city is now a restricted area. So I'm gonna stick to the roofs as much as possible, because that is where I find most safety. Don't know why I didn't just jump across that. There we go.
Is anyone in there? A great tragedy has struck. I demand you open this door at once.
There we go. So we're trying to get to Dervish. That's a bad guy. Okay, we don't really want to get caught here. Is there a way over this way then? Yeah, I think I can go this way.
I will not be safe for certain if I do not lose these guards.
Okay. There's a log there that I can use to cross. There we go. Taking some health damage from that fall. That's the first time I've taken health damage because we've had no combat. Oh no!
Basim! Basim! Avert your eyes! There is nothing we could have done.
Nothing! If the Khalifa were alive, this would not have happened!
Watch where you point your blamey little finger, Basim. It was your idea to steal from the palace. Also that you can impress your cunning friends. I saved us!
You killed them! You did this!
It came from over there!
I hope I never see you again.
Hurry!
All of them dead. And it was me they sought to punish. I cannot be here. I cannot.
So back across the water we go. We're still trying to lose these guys. We'll try to break their line of sight.
Surrender yourself, boy.
Oh dear.
There is no use in hiding. There.
I'm not really hiding, my friend. I'm just running. First trophy of the game, the Master Thief of Anbar.
Stop! Is it him?
I think so.
Time to die, kiddo.
Good enough.
Oh well.
Move.
Yep. Like the old Assassin's Creed games, the path of least resistance. Oh, it's an escape sequence, okay.
What are you doing?
Don't think.
Wasn't really the most graceful leap of faith I've ever seen. Oh! Now we get our starting sequence, do we? A Ubisoft original. Ah, we've had a time sequence change, have we? Oh wow! Yeah, that'll scare you into moving. Oof. Nice water physics there. I do always love a bit of the old water physics. Completed it. A Ubisoft Connect challenge there as well. If these notifications are coming up, which they probably are,
A new day, another test. I should get back.
then Ubisoft Connect is the old Uplay. Ubisoft Connect's what replaced the old Uplay system, so this sort of looks like Messiah, I think. The archaeology's a bit...
Fortress takes my breath away. As if it leaped out of the hikayat I heard when I was a child.
Alamut. Maybe it's... Or was that fortress there before Messiah village?
There you are. Are you ready?
I think so.
Put yesterday out of your mind. It has no bearing on today. Get dressed and we can begin.
That voice is one of the most unique voices.
Go on, Basim, like we practiced.
Yes, Master.
Okay. Climbing natural cliffs is possible only in places where handholds are present. So I can't get up there, is that what you're telling me? No. Okay. So how do I get up? So there's handholds. Now it's asking me to jump. Jump up, okay. And I jumped off to the left, right. So we need to look for handholds. So they've taken away what was in Origins, Odyssey and Valhalla, which is you could climb natural terrain regardless of whether there was handholds.
Steady.
Leap now!
Yes, Master!
I've seen enough. We will try again tomorrow.
That was crap.
Are you going to live in that haystack, Basim?
I felt fine.
I can see it in your body. You lose focus too easily.
So he can't do the leap of faith.
The leap of faith is a crucial step on your path to initiation. It is one of the Brotherhood's first and most sacred rites. To perform it successfully, you must first center your mind, body, and spirit. Embrace the fear, quiet it, find the stillness, and let go.
Yes, Master.
Let's return to the camp.
The leap of faith was...
May I ask you something?
You may.
Back in Anbar, at the palace, I witnessed a meeting.
The leap of faith was always something that was unique to the assassins.
The Khalifa was meant to protect the object they discovered, but he knew nothing of their plans for it. He did not even know them by name. How does the most powerful man in Baghdad bend such a fearful knee to the faceless?
The Order has held dominion over such men and their empires for centuries by convincing them of their truth, that they are the natural arbiters of the world. The Khalifa was but their puppet, and the same will be true of whomever succeeds him. The entire Khalifa is under their influence.
Yeah, the leap of faith was always something that was unique to the assassins, but only had ceremonial significance up to Altair's time. After that, it was just a convenient way of getting down from high places. It's like it had become embedded in the assassin's DNA. Altair's assassin's cell was the last one to sort of embrace the symbolism of the leap, which is what Al-Mu'alim had taught them, that the leap was a way of showing that the assassins were afraid of nothing because they didn't fear death, because their ultimate reward was waiting for them after death.
Basim, speak with Fulab and see if he needs help. We will continue your training later.
Yes, Master.
So Roshan is the master.
Enter Rayhan in camp.
He is preparing to receive the Tahiri emissary, Master.
So this is an exploration area. Here's somebody.
Good day, Tepid.
Hello, Basim.
What troubles you?
Truthfully, I am frustrated. The Order has only grown stronger in Baghdad since the death of the Khalifa, and we are stuck on this mountain.
Mentor Rayhan surely knows what he is doing.
Maybe I should trust more.
Have you seen Fulad?
Probably at his office, as usual. Anyways, I must get back to work.
أراك لاحقا.
So that looks like it's going to be something new in this game as well. We didn't have an automatic quest marker here. We had to talk to someone to give us information. And again, that goes back to Assassin's Creed, when Altair had to do the exact same thing. He could only talk to... He could only get information on his targets if he talked to people, saved them, pickpocketed the information, etc.
Ah, what is this in the corner? Here, a small design.
It is my signature, so you know I created this, and not Al-Hassan, or worse, Abu Jafar. I guess you understand, Wadan.
Ah, Basim, how are you? Yes, Enkidu, food is coming. He is intelligent, and intelligence is supposed to rhyme with patience. Reminds me of someone.
Have you been speaking to Master Roshan?
Have patience. Be kind to your progress.
I will take this to heart. Roshan asked me to come see you.
Ah, yes. Rebecca needs leather strips. Can you fetch those from the storeroom?
I shall, Fulad.
Arakalahekan.
So I think... I'm not sure what Basim's rank would be here. He's not had his initiation yet because... So technically he's not even an initiate because he hasn't been able to do the leap of faith. So I'm not sure if that makes him a novice.
I must find those for her.
Ah, this isn't Masayaf, is it? This must be the sort of forerunner of Masayaf. So again, we have to search. But if we use our eagle vision, we can see
That is not it.
various
It is hard to find anything in here.
sort of piles of what could be.
No, that is not a strip of leather.
Over here, maybe? No. Okay. Up here, maybe? Every bloodied feather in mission report. Each feather is a victory. Ah, there we go. So this is... Altair used the feathers. He had to put a feather on his kills. So this is the origin, or the sort of beginning of that, if you want to put it that way.
These forces within the Caliphate are beginning to put pressure on us.
Forces? You mean the Order, Aban?
I can only speak of what I know, Your Salderi. The Caliph wishes to nullify the rebels, and if you persist in giving them support, we cannot assure you protection from any Caliphate response.
The rebels supply us with information in Baghdad. Without them, we are blind.
Be that as it may, Governor Muhammad is very committed to showing that he can end this rebellion swiftly.
I do not doubt that.
I came to warn you. Things are moving fast in Baghdad. You may have to act sooner than expected.
I hear you, Aban.
Oh, eavesdropping on your own people.
So the Tahirids who govern these lands are the only thing standing between Alamut and a full-scale attack. A fragile peace. How long will it last?
I think this might be the most inside the Order we've been since Altair's days. But then that makes sense, because after Altair, the whole system changed, where the assassins didn't gather in one place and live in fortresses like that, like Alamut. The Masayef was the last, and the Masayef was abandoned, although the assassins didn't let the Templars know that it wasn't like a sacred site or anything like that, to keep the Templars going back, because it made them somewhat predictable. But it was Altair's idea to break the assassins down into smaller cells or smaller groups. So it would make sense that in Basim's time, that we are back at that stage where the assassins are still congregating in large villages as like a tribe almost.
لو كان ابن موسى على قيد الحياة فقط لدي فيض من الأسئلة التي أريد تقديمها إليه.
Down here, looks like it. Nice. Yeah, here we are. Oh, Rebecca looks like the blacksmith for the group.
Rebecca?
Basim. Are you just wandering the camp aimlessly now?
No, I have this leather for you. Will it do?
Apparently, you've moved past the wooden swords. I protested, but Roshan insisted. Here is your dagger.
Perfect balance.
And your sword. I am proud to have worked on them.
This blade has character.
Why would I make anything less than unique?
I am in your debt. I was not expecting new weapons today.
Repay me by using it on the Order. Make them feel the sharpness of its character.
Nice. A sword with a personality.
Roshan said you had further training today. Show her that new sword of yours.
I look forward to it.
So now we've got throwing knives training, which we're going to get here, and we are going to do. But I wanted to see what his swords. Ah, there we go. Initiate of Alamut dagger and the Initiate of Alamut sword. Okay. Right, let's do the...
How does training go, ya Sadiqi?
Noor showed me a new way to grip my knife, and it has improved my accuracy greatly. If you throw it just so, it sails through the air, swift and true. Shall I remind you how to use a knife?
So you equip the throwing knives by doing that. Right. So what are we doing here? Hold the knife and throw the knife.
Well done.
Nice. Huh. That's amazing.
You have inspired me to train harder.
This is the way, ya Sadiqi.
Okay, so throwing knives instead of bows and arrows, I can get behind that. And the training ground is away up there, so that's again environmental. Game design is so... When you learn how to read the designer's intent, games become amazing because their environmental storytelling is just as important as the written narrative or the action in the game. So we've done our training here. Everything led down to here, to that story beat. Then the next story beat was here, and now we're being led through the environment. It's an obvious path and no one would miss it, but it's the intent behind it. Someone thought about that design, and that is just as important, like I say, as everything else in the game. We've got a lift, classic staple of the franchise. Now again, we've got even the act of leaping up here positions you in such a way that you can either talk to this fellow, which we'll do.
Assalamu alaikum, ya Sadiqi.
Wa alaikum assalam. Did Fulab send you?
No, he did not.
You're not here to help move these rocks?
I am quite sure that was not me.
I do not mean to be rude, but I have no time to talk. I must figure this out.
I will leave you to it then.
Yeah, that's a shame. So again, free running. Only someone who's had an assassin or a thief's training, because Basim was moving through Baghdad quite happily, could cross all of this. Oh no, I've just about killed Basim there. Whew. So it's over here, then there. Honestly, the moving through the environment in this. In Baghdad, it did feel a little stiff and sort of simple, but there is a subtlety to it that I'm kind of feeling now as I'm playing this. And here we are in the training area.
Good work. Until tomorrow. Basim, time for combat training.
I was surprised when Rebecca handed me this. Is a sword not a coarse weapon for a hidden one?
As hidden ones, we must become proficient with a number of weapons. You never know how a fight will escalate. Anyone can wield a sword, but how will you use it?
I am here to learn that, Master.
Are you truly here?
Well, yes. I believe so.
You are here in body, but are you here in mind and soul?
Is this a riddle?
No, it is the difference between life and death. Make sure you target and circle around me. Never turn your back on your opponent. Yes, better. Show me your quick stabs first. Good. Yes. Excellent.
Good.
There are times when we must put more force into our attack to cause more damage. It
Okay.
will leave you exposed, so time it properly. Now go! That's it.
That wasn't it. That is.
Come in strong. Excellent. Now, for defense. You can parry the attacks of your opponent. After a few successful parries, your opponent will be stunned. Try to parry my attacks.
Okay, so parry's going to be a bit more. Yes.
Yes.
And he uses the dagger to parry. Am I seeing that right? Yeah,
That's
he does. So that's a parry dagger. Yes.
Some attacks cannot be parried and must be dodged instead.
I'm guessing
Prepare
dodge will
yourself.
be on circle. No, square.
Good work.
Whoops. Ouch.
Stay out of your head. That's the way.
I'm dodging too early. I think I need to wait until she flashes red. Yeah, there we
Well
go.
done. Now, let us try a free fight together. Use what you've learned. That took me by surprise. Well done.
Yes. Out of stamina. Okay. Ouch. Yeah. I couldn't do anything there. Ah, that was a... Ouch, yeah, that was crap.
Hey,
That wasn't it.
wake up. Bring your head back to right now.
Ah. Oh.
Take that! Where did that come from?
Nice.
We are done for today, Basim.
Why must we stop? I learned nothing from failing.
You learn the most from
Learning
failing.
requires action and stillness in equal parts. You have made the action. Now seek the stillness. Do not rush your training. Be patient. Failure is a part of progress. Think on these words and come back better.
Yes, Master. I will.
Good. See you later.
That's profound and true for quite a lot in life.
Ahmed will soon go back to the House of Wisdom. I fear he may end in the middle of a snake's nest.
I know how close you are to your brother. We shall learn more soon. Then we can act.
Assalamu alaikum, Abu Ja'far.
It is Ahmed.
Ahmed, my apologies.
Do not worry. Come and warm yourself by the fire.
Our brother Ahmad is leaving us tomorrow.
To Baghdad, the House of Wisdom.
The House of Wisdom?
We have been working there, my brothers and I, for years. I still have some things to work on. Science waits for no one.
Ah, amazing.
I will fulfill my duty as a hidden one by becoming your eyes and ears among the scholars.
Fulath, tell Basim the story of the feather.
Our tradition of the feather comes from Egypt. They represent the feathers of Ma'at. The feathers of the heron were dipped in the blood of the targets. These would be left for the Lord of the Duat to judge. It is important we remain humble and know our place in the process. We are messengers of justice, and not the final judges.
Makes sense.
Will anyone help me on patrol tonight?
I will come with you, Noor. I must get my body moving if I'm to warm up tonight.
I am grateful. Let us go.
Are you coming, Basim? Leave the stories for later.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
May I speak?
You know you can.
I overheard Mentor Rayhan speaking to an emissary earlier. Mentor Rayhan asked if we may come under attack for dealing with rebels in Baghdad. Are we safe here at Alamut?
I do not know.
I have to say, I'm not that impressed with the flame effects on these torches. That's the only small gripe that I've had so far, and it is just a small one.
How goes the watch?
Nothing happening at all on Alamut, and I am so hungry. We did not make it to the main canyon.
Excellent. We will start there. Thank you.
Come, Noor. Follow me.
So...
Are you looking forward to your initiation?
Yes. It feels like I have been preparing my whole life for this.
I could not sleep the night before my ceremony. From excitement
to go up.
and a small bit of fear, if I am to be honest.
We all fear the unknown. But a greater unknown awaits on the other side of initiation.
You speak of the Order.
I see them as monsters from a tale. Hiding in dark corners, down dark alleys.
The difference is that the Order is real.
What do they want?
They want to control Baghdad. They want power.
It's not just Baghdad they want to control the world, they want order. Order under their banner. Oh, I've got my weapons on now.
This is Mahja.
Magnificent.
Soon, you shall have one of your own.
Fulad introduced me to an eagle named Enkidu. He said we have much in common, and not in a complimentary way.
She sees something. Follow me.
Okay. The eagle tradition again goes back to Cassandra, who was the eagle bearer.
Find a place to hide.
What is this place? We must be near the camp. We have the element of surprise. Be ready. Stop making so much noise.
Quickly! I am behind you.
We must strike fast.
Agreed.
Okay.
We must wait for the right moment.
You could whistle on him. Yeah, okay.
You there, halt!
Do not make a noise.
Those guys, I think, should have noticed me. Oh, he is up there on that side. Ah, that was a...
Do not give up. Keep fighting. Remember your training. Yes, show no mercy.
Okay, okay. Got you. Nice. And the fruit on those bushes can be eaten to restore health. Excellent.
Not like the wooden targets, is it?
It is not that. This sword.
What of it?
Mercenaries from Baghdad use these weapons.
We must warn the others.
Yep, that's your duty.
Mercenaries from Baghdad.
How do you know?
Basim recognized the make of the sword. I believe him.
Bring him in. How do you know these men were from Baghdad?
Growing up on its streets, I have seen their weapons many times. And closely.
Behind every mercenary is a man who gave them their orders.
Yes, and we must act if we are to learn who that is. We will return to Baghdad, seek Ali ibn Muhammad's help.
Ah, of course. Sahib Zanj. He is a dangerous and delusional fool.
Maybe so, but he is one of our only allies in Baghdad. We need him, and we need his men.
I will go back to Baghdad.
Go to Ali. Find out if the Order sent those men.
I will.
وفقك الله.
وفقك الله.
وداعا. أراك لاحقا.
Enjoyed that wee moment. Enkidu. Fear. That's what fear does to you. Stealth training. And through it all he meditates, and you can see him age through that. He got close to her that time. That's a great sequence. Amazing. Oh, a skill point. Fantastic. In fact, that might be... Is it going to give me a skills tutorial? No. Is it just going to let me put a skill in? Okay, sword and dagger. Sword in the dominant hand for damage. Dagger in the offhand impacts the damage you deal to the enemy's defense. Okay. So the initiate sword. Okay. And the initiate dagger. And we've got the civilian costume. Excellent, okay. Skills. Kickback. Okay. So we can learn kickback, we can learn auto-collect, which is looting an enemy after a stealth kill or assassination. And then Kidu has his own skill tree now. Okay. Where do we start? Suppose we start with this one, because I intend to be as stealthy as I possibly can. So we'll go for Trickster. So we auto-collect, and that leads us into Elixir Pocket, which increases the maximum number of elixirs. Okay. So these ones here seem to be different. These require a visit to a specific craftsman at a hidden one bureau, but when I spend the skill point on that, I can't recover that. Okay, so that's good to know. Kickback leads into breakfall, into chain assassination, into airstrike, which is slowing time down when I'm moving through midair, which leads into counter roll, which is, that helps me overcome unblockables. So I might not be able to block, or I might not be able to parry an unblockable attack, but I can vault over unblockable attacks, which is good to know. Adds an additional chunk to focus, adds another chunk to focus, and another chunk to focus. Refills focus faster. Okay, so these are pretty good. Knife recovery. All the throwing knives that hit an enemy can be retrieved from their corpse. That's brilliant. That's a gameplay feature that a lot of people probably wish was in a lot of games. I think that's a really good idea. Predator leads to emergency aim. Okay, so far these look pretty good. I'm not seeing any of the supernatural skills, but I suppose there's a reason for that. I'm gonna call it there, because we're getting to that sort of 45-minute mark, or 45 minute mark. We've had a quick look at the skill tree at the end there. Part 2, we've seen a lot of Basim's training. I get a lovely view here. Perfect. We've got a nice... Oh, that's camera mode, right, okay. Okay, well, thank you very much guys for joining me for this one. I've had immense fun. We've learned a bit about how combat's going to feature in this one. It looks like it's going to be a lot more skill based than the old Assassin's Creed games that this is harking back to. Instead of just passively standing and waiting to counter-attack, we're actively going to have to get involved by timing our parries and dealing more damage with our counter-attacks after that. And I'm excited by that. I think one of the things that is frustrating in the old style games is how easy combat was, because you could either passively stand and get a counter-attack and kill, or you could just passively stand in your sort of ready stance, and once an attack came in you could counter it in some way to open up an opponent, but it was very passive. It just involved you waiting all the time, and the window for countering was so big. It was literally just hold like R2 and press square, and although they sort of fiddled around with that towards later games in the series, like Syndicate, where you have to tap circle at the right time when an enemy's health bar flashes, even that makes for an extremely passive experience, where you might be fighting one enemy but you're constantly just looking at the ones above the head of the other enemies to like quickly tap circle and get that counter attack off. Whereas this seems like it's going to be a lot more sort of skill based. You're going to have to watch the opponent that you're fighting to parry his attack. I don't think you're going to be able to parry attacks that are coming in from elsewhere, so I think you're going to have to be clever about how you engage opponents. I don't think multiple opponents is going to be a good idea in this. So gone are the days of like Assassin's Creed 2, where you would basically just stand in a crowd of 5 guys and you just sort of passively, you'd hold R2 to lift the sword and just passively stab the next, each of the guys as they attack you one after another. And I like that. It's going to make combat very interesting. But we will pick up from here, I would imagine. It's going to load me straight up from this point in the next episode, what will be part 3. We're still technically in the tutorial, so the tutorial does last a little longer in this game than it has in other games in the series. But I think it's an interesting mix of the the Assassin's Creed Origins, Odyssey and Valhalla gameplay, especially Valhalla, with marrying that up to the traditional format of being set in one place and one time, and the improvements to combat certainly seem like they're going to be worth it. So I'm very, very happy with what I've seen so far, and I can't wait to get I can't wait to get another episode of this recorded and up. So thank you very much for joining me for this one, guys. If you are new here, please subscribe, leave a like on the videos that you watch, and leave a comment. Let me know, are you enjoying Assassin's Creed Mirage so far? If you're playing it, are you looking forward to it? If you haven't got it yet, I got mine early, but these episodes won't be up until release date, so I will actually have had this game. I've had this game since the 3rd, but I didn't want to spoil anything, and 2, I didn't want to break any kind of content creator embargoes on uploading content, so I have deliberately avoided talking about this game on my socials, and I've only been uploading footage from release day forward, so that I'm not ruining it for anybody. My early impressions of the first hour and a half that I've played are that this game is really, really good and well worth your time. So if you are looking forward to it, or you haven't got around to buying a copy yet, or you are playing it, or maybe you've just picked it up and you've watched this video because you follow my channel and you're like, hey, I want to see what Blizzard Raptor thinks about this. It is well worth playing so far. I haven't found anything of a major gripe, but I am only an hour and a half in it. Alright, so thanks again, guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see you real soon for another episode of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Take care, and bye for now.